Well, oil prices weaker this morning. Our next guest is pointing to higher for longer rate concern. She's also gearing up for a key OPEC meeting. Joining us now, Helima Croft, Managing Director and Global Head of Commodity Strategy at RBC Capital Markets. I think that we haven't seen you much, Helima, which is kind of indicative of what's been going on in the oil patch, hasn't it?
I've been traveling as well, Joe, to the Middle East. But no, I mean, oil is a pretty unspectacular story at the moment. I mean, we're kind of range bound. We have this morning the slide due to rate concerns, but also we don't have a shortage of oil on the market, particularly light sweet barrels. So there isn't this anxiety that we are tight in the oil markets. Now, we could see over summer European refineries coming out of maintenance, potentially 600,000 barrels of demand coming back, some port repairs in Guyana taking 200,000 of exports off the market. But really right now we're kind of stuck in this range. And so we will be watching what happens in less than 2 weeks' time at the OPEC meeting. Do they go in person? Do they do additional output action? Do they roll everything over? I don't think anyone's anticipating at this current price level they're going to be putting barrels back onto the market.
We haven't get the markets really haven't given us any signals for either the demand side or the supply side. I don't think, Helima, or things are really in equilibrium.
I mean, we have a situation if you look at products, diesel looks soft, but gasoline looks relatively strong. And so I just don't think there's a lot of conviction right now in the market. What I will say is we've basically lost all the geopolitical risk premium that had been driving prices higher. And after we had that Israel-Iran exchange of fire, I think a lot of people are saying, I don't need to worry about the Middle East anymore. I mean, the war continues, but I'm not worried about geopolitically driven supply disruptions. And even over the weekend, we had that helicopter crash, the death of the Iranian president. There was no international dimension to that. So people see this all as a very local story right now for the Middle East with no real energy implications.
There have been some other parts of the commodities complex that have been a little more interesting, Helima. That's why it's hard to draw any macro conclusions from what's happening in the oil patch.
Well, again, I think what's interesting about oil is that, again, just the physical market right now, we are not in a supply deficit situation. And again, certain barrels look, in particularly abundant supply. So we're not having the anxiety that we sometimes get going into summer. But that said, we still have summer driving season ahead of us. And so we do see us in this Brent price range of 80 to 90. We think Brent's going to average about $84 for the remainder of the year, WTI 79.50. But we have to see what comes out of OPEC, and we will be watching for any sort of geopolitical surprises on the horizon.
Just in passing, you mentioned what happened in Iran, Helima, but like so many things, he was more, I guess, characterized as a logistics guy to sort of just, follow orders, and that nothing's changed there. But eventually something will change there.
Something will change. We're going to have elections on June 28th. But importantly, I mean, he was a logistics guy, but he was also seen as a leading contender to be the next supreme leader. And the supreme leader of Iran is basically Mr. Everything. And so the question is right now, are we looking at a situation where the supreme leader essentially hands off to his son? That might not be universally popular within elite circles. So could you have some elite crack up in Iran? We will have to wait and see what happens around these elections in June. Do you see the opposition come out in force? Obviously, the economic situation in Iran remains pretty abysmal despite their oil exports. So we will be watching what happens around the June elections and with succession going forward.